What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. It's one of those things where Snow White was in a pickle no matter what. Even before Rachel Zegler opened her mouth many times, there were still other controversies with the dwarves, with Peter Dinklage, with budget decisions and CGI, and just even maybe in general, the writing was never going to be close to the classic. And then Rachel, of course, came in. She made it a billion times worse. And we've said that this is more than just people in our sphere, that even normies, she made it to TikTok and all the other social media sites. So people were well aware of her, and it's showing in the worldwide count. First of all, look at that international 47.4% here, only 43 million compared to the 48 domestic. We're hearing China, of course, is dismissing it's out of hand, because as soon as you see Rachel Zegler, you see her skin is not white as snow. They are immediately assuming that this is woke Western, which it is, being pushed on them, and so they're rejecting it out of hand. So China, what we thought was going to be big for them, is actually not, because they're seeing what all of us know it to be true. We saw how her continued speaking out on social media on things unrelated to the movie, on straight up politics, led them to having a social media guru and having one of the producers having to fly out and talk to her. Meanwhile, everyone pointing out that the things she said was on the press tour for Snow White. It was mentioned in here that, like, they were afraid to say things to her because of Gina Carano. It was like, but they did say things to Gina, and the comments that Gina made were not on any press tour for Mandalorian or anything like that. They were on her own social media separate, and there also wasn't anything negative. She wasn't attacking anyone. So just a complete untruth that they showed there. We've got so much evidence of first from 2020 and back, even back to 2019, of her saying dumb shit. So that's not the issue. It's specifically while she was on the Snow White press tour that things like, and remember, free Palestine and all the other dumb things, again, attacking Trump, hoping that they never know peace. Fuck you, fuck Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. See Jack Posobiec here saying Disney saw all of this and cast her as Snow White anyway. 100% deliberate, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Again, showing another tweet. Well known what her politics were when Disney hired her. Orange Man literally wants to fuck his daughter. Can you find a better argument? Like, yeah, they knew this is Disney, so what? They knew what they were doing. That being said, I wouldn't even have held this against her had she kept her mouth shut during the actual press tour, but she didn't. And that's what led to one of the producers having to fly to talk to her. And that's what led to this engagement on Instagram. So this is Jonah Platt. His father, the other Platt, was the one that had to go fly and talk to her that we mentioned in that article. So someone said, your dad flew to New York City to reprimand a young actress. Any words on this? Because that's creepy as hell and uncalled for. People have the right to free speech. No, shame on your father. And so he responds, I get him. He says, you really want to do this? Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract. I mean, that right there. To get paid and do publicity for. Period. This is called adult responsibility and accountability. And her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all the colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful. Narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged, and unfortunately all we've done for the last nigh 2 decades is encourage and coddle narcissism, and case in point, look at the majority of the people and how they act. Look at the Rachel Zeglers. Yeah, this is all bad. It's all bad. barely 93 million already, coming up to their first run. It's entirely possible that this ends under 200 million, just like the Marvels did. And oh dear God, that would mean this is probably definitely losing more money than Captain America. I don't know. Because my masochistic streaming audience paid me to see this, to punish me, I will be going to see Snow White today, right after open bar pregame, and then I'll be going that, and then we'll talk about it Friday because Gooch has to go see it too. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this. By all means, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And make sure not to be...
Yeah, weird.
Well, bye.